The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC wildcard weekend contest. Return coming from the 6. Jukes away from one. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running for the first time with the Louisville Cardinal. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be first down Colts.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest. And runs like that, it gets the ball rolling.
On the ready.
We've set it downs from 37.
Get it. Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. And if these guys are not careful, he's going to run this opening drive right into the end zone.
Yeah, I think we're seeing and feeling an offensive front and a running back who've come ready to play. This defense, they may want to buckle their chin straps a bit.
First down, and they go right back to it. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Pass was thrown for Caden Prather. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Caught quickly on the slant. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. To throw, Richardson. Dumped off to his feet, got back to the line there, but no further.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On the set.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Let's go.
Blown back, it's the handoff. Already a lot of distance to go, Brock, and it's going to be all there for him again on 3rd down as this play stopped for no gain.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Caught at the 10-yard line. Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason.
Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Come on. Set. 60 by 6. 60 by Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. To the edge of the end zone. It's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 3rd and goal. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
Crack all 80. Ready.
3rd and goal for Richardson. And this is an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
Ready to send this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
On 1, ready?
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Can. Stop.
Off the play fake, Burrow. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. And it's taking chances like that help make them a postseason team, Brock. They're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risks and an aggressive mindset that reflects, well, the stakes of each and every game.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Shot.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Victoria, 17, 19 right. Ready.
To the air on this 1st down, Richardson. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really sneaked that throw in.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Play action with Richardson. Finds his fullback. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
60 Eagles.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Field goal would have been 49 yards, Brock, but they want to go for this instead.
Let's go now.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play, and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
At their own 45-yard line.
Okay, ready?
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19, practice 50.
Play action. It's Richardson. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Play fake. It's Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first. All set to go now from the 35.
Ready?
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
29-yard line.
Get it? 60 Vikings. Go.
Throwing again, Richardson. He's got it near the 8. And he's out of bounds with a big gain on the final play of the first. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Time for the second quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points.
Here we go. Step. Ready,
Going ground on 1st and goal. So Oh, some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here's another for him. And this time he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts pull that in front further, 13-zip. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14.
14. Bengals, nothing.
Right, ready to send this one away. Moore with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Cut.
Starting on the ground with Henderson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Burrow to the air now. Finds a seam down the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go.
Henderson here from the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Looking quickly here.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 44-yard line.
Burrow from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And that makes it 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
At their own 23-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Ready.
Back to the air. It's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Let's go. 19, Charger.
They'll throw, third and long. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They get 40 on the big hitter. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Across the 20, continuing to work. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Cougar 19, 60 by 60.
From the red zone, on foot. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's second and goal. Now, they didn't bite on the play action, Brock, and for all the times that we've seen that exact concept beat defenses, these guys were not fooled.
You know what that was collectively, defensively? It was great processing. We talk about quarterbacks being great processors. That group defensively just got it done.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Go.
They fake the handoff. Now Richardson has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2 yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's third and goal. He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Colts take a 20-zip lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts stretch their lead to 21.
Colts 21. Bengals nothing.
Right, ready to send this one away. Moore with a return. He goes out of bounds on the return.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
I'm fine, ready?
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go.
It's Henderson on the give. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and
It'll be
7.
second and 7 on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
Burrow. He'll get it completed to Travion Henderson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And it's going to be second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow setting to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one misses the tight end. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Here we go.
3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out, how in the heck do we turn this around?
On 1, ready?
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
Gun. Cut. Big cut.
They're going for it. Here's Burrow. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Chased out to his right. Taking a chance to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks, doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Richardson on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Liking 18.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. And he's going to score a touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts continue piling on to this lead.
28, Bengals nothing.
Right, ready to send this one away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
Burrow on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to try another deep one here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Colts might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get set. Ready?
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Complete over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Gun. Start. Hey. Ready?
Man in motion here.
Start.
First down, Burrow to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Burrow. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Start. Ready? Start.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The issues this offense has been having, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now, time's not on their side either.
Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 70 line. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Dumped off to his running back. Down the sideline past the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
18 Cardinal.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Pass is caught at the 9. All the way, touchdown, Indy. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts grow their lead yet again.
38. Bengals nothing.
Right, ready to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
On 2nd and 10 now. It's Burrow. Escapes the pockets. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. Right 80. 12. Stop.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the 1st on 3rd and 19. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
We've set it down from 37.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Driving forward with Scatterboo. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Okay, why do I think right now, as fullback hits to the sideline after that call, the lobbying begins. Give me the rock. Fullbacks don't normally get a ton of carries, but they also typically don't get plays like that.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
You ready to spin? You ready to spin?
Burrow to the air now. Has it downfield. It's Chase. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. 35 on the pickup. And the Bengals have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
Has it at the 7. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
One quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It'll be Bengals football, and the Cats have some work to do facing elimination. They trail to start the 4th. Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Right up.
From the red zone on first. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals cut into the lead by another point. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Fields this one at the 3. He'll head out of bounds on the return.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
No, no. Ready, ready, ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They gain 11 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Ready, ready, ready.
They give it to him again. He brushed him off with ease. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be first down Colts.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Back to the well again. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. It's a gain of 22. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Get it, get it.
Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And this is an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts are running him out of the building. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Moore with a return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On one, ready?
Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Absolutely fires this one right side. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Let's get set. Right, 80.
On third down, here's Burrow. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Now this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too. Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That's going to catch the crossbar and be sent backwards. No good. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal.
Kate, I really believe this. You tee up another one for him, you give him a mulligan, I bet it clears the bar by 5 yards. We know he's got that type of leg in him, but in a clutch moment, he just couldn't get enough of the football.
Let's go. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Oh, he drops and cuts it to the right sideline. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Man, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
They're going to pass it here. Hits him on the out route. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Richardson from the gun on third. It's on target to Pierce. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Okay, ready?
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on first down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Got it. Ready?
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Richardson on the scramble. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here playing for a spot in that conference championship. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.